Faith leaders and local advocates gathered in Boise this morning to protest policies they say are impacting Idaho's unhoused population.
The demonstration also highlighted some of the complex factors that can lead to homelessness. Jude Binkley brings us a look at the event that called for compassion rather than criminalization. Jude.
Well, Brenda, Joe, organizers of today's demonstration say these conversations are increasingly important, especially in the wake of the state passing a public camping ban.
Look for me and I'll be there.
Faith leaders and local shelter supporters gathered in front of Boise City Hall Tuesday, part of a national movement calling for fair housing and health care.
It's so important for us to have our voice. It's important for the guests to have a voice, and sometimes, they don't always get that opportunity.
It's been 1 year since the Supreme Court hearing on Johnson v. Grants Pass that dramatically changed the enforcement of public camping bans.
When we're criminalizing homelessness, we're pushing them away from the resources that they need. And it's a revolving door. You give them a ticket, they can't make it to court or whatever that may look like, they're back out on the street. There's no solutions in that.
The federal ruling paved the way for state lawmakers to pass a new law criminalizing camping on public property and sleeping in vehicles in Idaho's biggest cities.
We have to think about families, thinking about mothers who maybe they're fleeing from violence. Maybe the only safe space for them is in their car with their kids to keep them together.
What did they want us to do? Freeze to death? It needs to change. They need to lift this camping ban.
The demonstration is a call to action for local advocates to talk about solutions while also exploring the many different factors that can lead to homelessness.
We need to do something with people getting out of prison that have topped their sentence. Because that's creating a lot of the homelessness that we have in the state of Idaho.
We're here to work together. We believe in our community and we love our community, and we're here to work together to solve these problems, not make them worse, because that criminalizing homelessness does nothing.
One of the main points that kept coming up during these conversations is the lack of affordable housing in Boise and how that can be one of many causes for people to experience homelessness. Brenda, Joe?
It'll be interesting to see how these new policies from the state of Idaho play out, especially as we get back into the very hot days in the summer. Jude Binkley reporting. Thanks so much.